Hey guys, it's Angela with Word and Home. Happy Thursday. Come on in. Let's do some fun spring crafting. When you hop on, make sure that you say hello. And if you don't see the red live button up here, then you're catching me on replay. But just make sure you put hashtag replay in the comments, and any questions you have, drop those in the comment box too, so that we can come back and answer those for you guys. So come on in, tell me something good about your day. Just say hello. Just tell me something. I'm excited to see everybody and to spend a little bit of time with you this afternoon. So I'm going to go ahead and get my comments pulled up, and then we will get started. So today we're doing, like I said, something for spring, and we're going to be working on a Hobby Lobby bunny that you probably have seen, and some of you may have even used it. Hi, Michelle. Hi, Susan from North Dakota. Thank you for sprinkling. You guys are amazing. Okay, I see lots of friends hopping on. You guys tell me, what's it like? I always ask about your weather. I know I feel more and more like my dad every day, because he used to call me, and he would always, when we would talk on the phone, the first thing he would always ask is, have you gotten any rain? So I'm always curious what everybody's weather's like. This weather's been so crazy here in Oklahoma. It's been just beautiful, beautiful weather. And then the last couple of days we've gone back to cold, like in the 40s and 50s. So we're in for a warm up though. So I'm just always curious what everybody else's weather is doing. Hi, my friend Lynn. Hi, June. June said sunny but cold in Milwaukee today. I'm glad you've got some sunshine at least. It kind of, looking out the window here, it just looks a little dreary. So, okay, but it's going to warm back up. I think on Saturday they're saying that we could be like close to 80. So, you know, you just never know what it's going to do. You got to be prepared for everything. So, we're going to be working with this bunny, you guys. And this is from Hobby Lobby, and I bought it over in the, it's with the Easter crafts. And so it's marked $4.49, but of course that's 40% off. So I think that came out to like $2.69 or something like that. So you're going to pay under $3 for it. But it's a cute little guy. Okay, so we're going to be working with this. And my friend Rhea, if you guys were on the live last week, Rhea is a sweet friend of Word and Home, and she's always on the lives, and a big contributor. And she suggested that I try a new technique, because we talked about Chippy, and she said you should try the packing tape technique for Chippy. So that's what we're going to try today. So fingers crossed, it's gonna go well. Michelle, I love bunnies too. Hi, my friend Agnes from Just That Perfect Pieces here. Hey, friend. Michelle said it's cold and dreary. Oh, I know. Isn't that crazy, Michelle? You go from 88 to cold and nasty. It's just, I'm ready for it to be warm. I know not everybody may be that way, but Susan, I wondered about you in North Dakota. You said it's 31 and freezing moving in by Saturday. I figured your weather was probably still kind of really cold and yucky. Hi, Kelly. Hi, Debbie from Syracuse, New York. You're enjoying a snow day. Wow, so you've got some snow. We haven't had any snow. Fingers crossed we won't get any here in Oklahoma, because I'm ready for warmer weather. I know, Agnes. Are you okay? Sorry, my son snuck in here to grab something, and he had trouble getting out the door. I'm excited, Agnes. We're going to try it. I practiced today, you guys. So I had these little Dollar Tree pieces. They've got the holes in them already. I practiced on this piece. So, and these are the colors we're using today, because I really like red and turquoise together. So we're going to give it a try. But I practiced on this piece, and I really liked this effect. I mean, I thought this was great. Now, I removed a little bit more here than what I wanted to, and I'm just wondering if that's because my paint wasn't completely dry. But this Chippy right here, I really like. And I don't even mind this. It just might be that might be a little too much paint removal, but I thought this turned out really good. So this was using that same technique I had to practice. And so now we're going to do that on our little bunny. Hey, Labrisco with my eclectic treasures is on, my friend. We did get some. That's good, Susan. I'm glad that it's not too much. Nothing too serious. Lynn said it got so warm here in North. I was tempted. I know. We my kids have been wanting us to turn on the upstairs AC unit, but my husband's like, nope, not yet. So, and there were some days it got really warm. The thinner lines would be your preference. Yeah, I think so too. Okay, so we're gonna give this a try. Hi, Kathy. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I want the darker underneath like this. So I'm just going to use my Waverly Antiquing Wax for this. You could, if you wanted to stain it with a different kind of stain, you could do that. You could probably do a wax. I'm assuming you could do a wax. I don't know if that would affect the process or not. Let me grab a paper towel. But I'm going to be using the Waverly Antiquing Wax that I already have. So we're just going to put some of this on here. So I hope everybody has had a good week so far. So I'm just going to cover the front. I thought about doing the sides and the back, but I opted against that. So I'm just going to do the front of my bunny. We are Thursday, so I always like to finish off the week. I like to do my lives on Thursday because it's just, we're almost done. So it's something I always look forward to end my week is live, and I get to spend time with you guys. Okay. So this is just kind of a soft, gives you a little bit softer. I didn't want something super duper dark, but like I said, you could certainly do that. I have a really pretty stain color that I like that's darker than this, and that would work too. Hi, Patty. Okay. So we're going to just do a little bit more. Maybe I could just pour some of this on here. That might make it just a little bit faster. Let's see. And we're going to let this dry down. I looked for crosses. So I need to ask you guys, I've been looking for a big wooden cross, just an unfinished one. And I can't find those anywhere. Even Hobby Lobby doesn't have any. They do in their wood section, but they don't in their Easter section or their spring section. And I want like a bigger unfinished cross, and I can't find one anywhere. So if anybody sees one, or if you know of one, let me know. I may have to have Mr. Worden Home just design me one, and we'll cut it out. We could cut it out with our laser. But I was looking for something that I could just grab real fast, but I cannot find one of those anywhere because I've had lots of people asking for some different cross projects. So that's definitely on my radar, and we're going to be doing that. Okay. So I got a little bit of this on the sides, but it's not bad. And these bunnies are thick. So once we get it all done, you can set it on a shelf or in a vignette, and it will set up by itself. So, hi, Jackie. You found them at thrift stores, Labrisca? Yeah. Yeah, and that's what I thought. I'm like, I need to cut one. But if we cut one, we'll have to, I want it to be bigger, but he can design them. We've designed pieces before that we can ship out in 2 pieces, and then you kind of put it together like a puzzle piece. He could do that too, so I may have to get Mr. Worden Home on that one. Oh gosh, she gave you a full bag of wood crosses. I mean, you could do some really cool projects with that, Michelle. Okay, so we've got this on here, and you could do the sides, but these are rough. So I guess maybe if you brushed it on. So I'm thinking I'm just going to leave it plain. I may change my mind later, but for now, we're just going to leave those sides natural. So we'll dry this down just a little bit because I want this to be pretty dry, or I want it to be dry before I put my paint on there, my wax, and then my paint. We're going to use some candle wax, and I just had some little tea light candles, and I just popped one of those out, and that's what I'm using. So just any candle that you have that you could use to rub on here would work. Okay, so let's dry this guy down. The colors that we're using, or that I've chosen, I'm going to use this turquoise, and this is, it's Anita's, and they, of course, they don't make the Anita's anymore. But I'm sure you could find a comparable color at Hobby Lobby or Walmart. And this is just light turquoise. And then this is Deco Art, and it's called Red Alert. So I'm going to use these two colors together. And I'm going to let my red, I'm going to use my turquoise for the top color. So this is going to be a little brighter than I like to create. I usually like more neutral stuff, but I thought this would be fun. Okay. Hi, Jenny. How are you? Okay, so we've got that on there. Let's go ahead, and you're just going to put your wax on here, you know, where you want some of the paint to come up. And we are going to try something. I've got one more technique that I wanted to do on the ears, just to try it out too, and I'll share that with you guys in just a minute. So I'm just going to kind of rub it all over is what I did on that one. And then some places I just kind of did a little heavier. I put a little more pressure, and then I put some on the edges too. So we're going to do on the ears. Okay, you probably can't see it, but maybe in the light, that wax might shine just a little bit. And we'll put our first coat of red on there. Michelle, I say it's not made anymore because I can't find it at my Hobby Lobby, and I think we've had discussions. I think we've talked about it on here before. I might be wrong, but I think we have. And I feel like somebody said they were discontinuing it. So I know my Hobby Lobby does not carry it anymore, and I'm very sad because I loved the Anita's brand. And it could have just changed names and be something different, you know, under a different name. I don't know, but I can't find it personally. Okay, so I'm going to do just a light coat of my red. Hi, Carol. Dana, I have some of that. I bought some. We're going to try some of that too. I bought some of the Distress Crackle today. So, and I thought, well, we'll try it out. We'll try it out and see how it goes. Okay. And I may not take this. I'm not all the red. I don't need to go, you know, be perfect with it. So I'm just going to get it as close to the edges as possible, but if there's some brown sticking out, I'm not gonna be upset about it, because I kind of want some of that brown to peek through. Maybe not as much brown as what's peeking through on this project over here, but the biggest concern with this project and doing it live with you guys is having enough dry time for my paint. So I'm trying to, this red and the turquoise, I'm going to try not to get it too thick, because I kind of feel like maybe that's what happened with this piece. Maybe I got that top coat a little too thick, and maybe I didn't give it quite enough time to dry. So I feel like light coats is probably the key to this. Got a little bit of red right there. But so if you've done this technique and you have any words of wisdom for us, please share. Don't hesitate to share with us, because we all like to learn from each other in here, and I learn a lot from you guys. Okay, So I just did a really light coat of red, and I'm not gonna do any more. I don't want it to be too thick, so I'm gonna stick with this light coat. Hi, Angie. Okay, so Dana says the Anita's brand changed its name to Hobby Lobby brand, so it's probably the one that I've been buying. Let me see. I don't know if I have. Is it maybe this one, the Crafters Collections? Because this is the one that I have at my Hobby Lobby now, and I thought that might be the case, that they just changed the branding. And I've been happy with that paint too, so. I'm glad that you caught me live, Angie. I'm glad you're here. Hi, Angela. Hi, Sharon. Debbie, I'm thinking that probably would want to use a lighter color candle wax. So I just used the white that I had. Agnes, I stained it because I probably will have some stain pop through like I did on this one, and I wanted that darker color. I don't want quite this much to pop through on my bunny, but that's why I stained it, so that darker color would come through. He's good, Angie. He's actually working, hi, Deanie. He's actually working, he usually works from home, but today he's working out of the office, so he's not here. Okay, good. Dana, that makes sense because I've been super happy with that Crafters collection. I'm just drying this down just a little bit more. I just want to make sure that it is nice and dry. Okay, so now we're going to add our turquoise. Oh, let's add some more wax. How do I get it? Kathleen, I'll put the link. That one I did live, and I'll put the link on here for you. I'll go back after after I'm done, and I will share that with you. Okay. So I'm just going to kind of put some more of this. I don't want to get too much. I think I overdid it before. Okay. Put my lid on my red. And then we'll put our turquoise on here. Oh, Kathy, you did 3 layers and chipped it. I did stain first, then candle, then paint, then candle, then paint and dried, and then scraped. Okay, that's kind of what we're doing. I'm only doing 2 colors, but maybe 3 colors would be really pretty. That would be super pretty. Okay, let's wash our paintbrush out. I mean, I could see doing, you could do a whole bunch of colors. I mean, you know, 3 and 4, and if you found a good color palette where you could find a bunch of colors that you liked. My paint's got something yucky in it. I think it's kind of dried a little bit. Let's get that out of there. Kind of brush that on that lid and get that out of there later. And like I said, I may be a little heavy-handed on the wax. I'm hoping I'm not. Okay. And I want to kind of keep my turquoise paint a little thinner. I tried to practice this before I do it with you guys so that I can see what, you know, I figure out like what works best and try not to make, you know, what mistakes I'm going to make so that I don't make them when I'm on here with you. But sometimes that happens. Sometimes it turns into a cautionary tale, right? Don't do that. Okay, so just lightly painting it. Angie, this is going to be chippy. Fingers crossed, chippy. And I did buy some of the crackle paste today. And so I thought, hey, maybe we could do a chippy bunny, and then we could try to crackle like a spot on one of his ears or something. So I do have some of that. We'll see. Because what's better than just chippy or crackle? Chippy and crackle together, I think. Okay. So just a light coat, hopefully. Now we'll dry this down, and then we'll use our packing tape. And I don't see Rhea on here. I hope she catches the replay, because she's the one that gave me this, that told me about this technique. Yeah, Michelle, I have paint blobs a lot. And let's see. Candle equals chippy. Yep. The candle wax causes your paint to chip away. Angie, I don't know if you could do, I'm assuming you could do it on cardboard. That might be something that we could try it on too. If you could do it on cardboard, you could do any shape you wanted, right? I mean, anything that you could cut out of cardboard, that'd be awesome. Miss Agnes does a lot of really cool paint techniques. And you know, I always get so like tunnel vision sometimes in like things that I want to create. It's always good. I always love it when you guys hop on and ask me, hey, have you heard about this technique, or have you tried this technique? I love that. Okay. Just want to make sure it's good and dry. Hey, Pat. And you guys make sure you look at Word and Home at my page. I've shared graphics this week. We have an event. The group, the circles, my Eclectic Treasures, the Crafters Circle, it's a group, and we're having an event. I'm sorry. Sometimes words are hard. We're having an event starting on Saturday. So I'm going to have all the times on my page. So you guys make sure you join us. Okay? We'd love to see you there. Okay, I have packing tape. Here it is. So now, okay, it feels nice and dry. I think, yeah. So now I'm just going to take some packing tape. Simple Treasures Crafter Circle. Thank you, Kathy. Hey, my mother-in-law Bonnie's on here. I'm excited, Dana, to try that crackle paste. So I'm just going to take my piece of packing tape. And I'm just going to keep putting them on here. Okay, all the way. I'm going to do them all the way across my bunny. And I hope I got that piece long enough. I did not. Okay, it's kind of hard because, you know, you got your bunny ears, and we'll put another little piece on that. And you can use the cheap, I'm assuming you can use the cheap packing tape. This is my stuff that I use for my packages and stuff. But if you can find like inexpensive packing tape, probably even at Dollar Tree, I'm assuming that would work just as well, and it would be even less expensive. So I'm going to take my little scraper, and I'm just going to push this down on here. and try to get this paint or try to get this tape to just really stick down well. We're going to give it a whirl. I'm going to really pay attention to those edges too, because I put some of the wax on the edges. Okay. Oh, the 3M brand works best, Dana says. Okay. Yep, Kathy. Yeah, and you can use a scraper. This one was just a technique that Rhea told me about, and it was just, you don't have to use a scraper. So we'll see. Okay. That's pretty good. I'm going to show you guys. That's the first piece of tape I took off. That's pretty cool. Okay, these are all going to come off. Okay, so this part really really looks chippy. This part, not as much. So I'm going to put my tape back on here and try this again. Okay, but that's what we got from the first section here. That's kind of, I like that. It's pretty cool, isn't it? Okay, so let's put our tape back on and let's push this down a little bit more and see if we can get a little bit more of this paint off. And I'm really going to put some pressure on my scraper. And you could use, you could go back with the scraper too, and even go get heavier areas. Okay. So it's coming off better. Now, you could go, if you get a stubborn area that just you can't get any more off of it, you could add more wax and then paint, your same color on top of it and do it again to try to get more off. I'm going to just just laying this tape back down and really putting pressure to it, I think it's helping. So we're going to try that again. I like this look. Hi, Carmen. Most people dig too deep with. Yeah, Dana, and that's what I'm afraid of too. On the scraper, it's like, how much do I scrape before I scrape into the wood? Because I've done that before. Yeah, because I get a little heavy-handed with that. So that's a really good point. This, you don't have to worry about digging into the wood. So, but just put some pressure, on here when you're putting this tape down. Okay, even better. I like that. We might need just a little bit more over here, but it looks pretty cool. See that red peeking through there? Pick your favorite colors. You've seen crafters use a sander too. Yeah. Thanks, Lynn. I love this. I love these two colors together. Thanks, Veronica. I know, it's pretty neat. I'm going to try just a little bit more on his little tail right here and see if we can get a little bit more paint off. All because our friend Rhea brought it up to me last week. He's like, I like that idea. We're going to try it. And it's working great. Okay. And I may just not have put as much wax in this area. So, okay. So cute. I think we're going to call that good. I mean, he's really got a lot right here, and we could distress along the sides even more. I don't think I have one of these little tools. It's not really a scraper, but you could lightly go over it with something if you don't quite get the look that you want with the tape, and just add a little bit more to it. Okay, let's try let's try our crackle on the ear. Oh, what if you pull the tape fast? Okay, let's try that and see. Okay, let's try one more time. Put lots of pressure. I think that might have helped a little bit. Might have helped to get a little bit more off. So when you pull that tape off, really yank it off there quickly. Agnes, I can see a little bit of brown, like on the edges and on the ears. And I think the more wax you pull, that you put on here, maybe if you put your wax a little bit heavier like this, I had a lot more brown on this one. And I can see some brown, especially around the edges. So I might also take like a little nail file. Let's see if we could do that. And let's see if we could get a little more of that brown showing around the edges. Yeah, I think you could do that too. Just kind of gently pull it away from the edges if you wanted to see a little bit more of that brown. Like a Band-Aid. Hey, Lori. Melody said use the new piece of tape. Okay, let's try that. We're just going to take one little small piece and put on there. That's true. I mean, that's a good point, because after a couple of times, your tape is going to lose that sticky. And so it's not going to work as well. Okay, let's try this one. Yep, that took off a little bit more. And you can see, I mean, you know, you can look on your tape and see what's coming off. You can definitely tell. Okay, let's try one more spot. You snuck in on me. Yeah, more candle wax. I think if you want more pulled off, for sure, use more candle wax. So I didn't want to do this. I didn't want this extreme. So like somewhere in the middle, maybe. It's probably just one of those things, just like the crackle. The more you practice, the better it's going to be. You know, you're going to get even better at it. Okay, so there's our little chippy bunny. I'm liking our little chippy bunny. Yeah, it definitely depends on your personal preference. June said use fresh tape too. I'm sorry, I was missing all of what you guys were saying. Yes, Jamie. That's the Upcycled Life is who I watched her. I watched her YouTube tutorial. Carmen, I just have had a lot of I've had a lot of problems finding wood cutouts at all at my local Dollar Tree. This little guy came from Hobby Lobby, but yeah, I've had a lot of trouble finding the wood that I like. I know, Michelle, I really like this. I like this too. So I put Agnes. I stained it first with my Waverly Antiquing wax. I let that dry, or I dried that. And then I put my first coat of paint, my red, on there, and I let that dry down well. And then I put wax down first, didn't I? So I did wax twice. Between each color, I put the wax down, the candle wax from a little candle. Hi, Vicki. Lori says, another trick, set your packing tape in the sun a little while. It gets even stickier. Ooh. I don't know. That might, Lori, that might work. Denise, I used acrylic. I use both acrylic paints for this. Now I'm curious. Okay, Lori had a good point. Let's take another piece of paint. She said if you set it out in the sun, it makes your tape even warm and stickier. What if we put a little bit of heat to it from the heat gun? I'm not going to get too close because I don't want to make anything bubble up. But we'll try a little bit of heat because this thing gets really hot. Oh, Kathy, that's a good point. If you use vanilla candles, they smell really good. Just kind of keep feeling of it so I don't get it too hot. I do too, Lori. And I could sit in here and do this all day and get nothing else accomplished. Okay. Don't tell Mr. Wordenholm. So it's pretty warm. It took a little bit more off, but I don't know how much of it. I mean, it made a little bit of a difference, maybe. Okay. Now let's go with let's try some of our crackle paste. And I just picked this up at Hobby Lobby, and it's the Tim Holtz Distress crackle paste. They had the opaque, so we'll try it and see. And I'm not even sure how this works. Oh, thank you, Jamie. Welcome. I'm so glad you're here. So I looked at this, and everything that I could see when I looked up on, using crackle paste, it sounded like it needs to dry down for several hours to get a good crackle. So, but I thought we would try it and see, and then we could, and see if it starts to crackle. If it doesn't crackle for a little bit, then I can share a picture with you guys. But hopefully, I'm looking for my little tool, sorry you guys, to kind of brush this on here, and I don't see it. And some of you, Dana, I know you've used the crackle paste. Do you just wait patiently for it to dry? Do you add some heat to it? What do you do? Well, I have a little plastic tool, and I don't know where it has gone. Here it is. So I'm thinking maybe one of these little tools from Dollar Tree. Hi, Kathy. Okay, Agnes, and you use it too. Hi, Sue. So do you, on this crackle paste, Agnes, do you just let it just dry naturally on its own? Can you add heat to it? What do we need to do? I'm just going to put a thin layer on his ear. Y'all help me. Tell me. Tell me what you do. Okay, so I've just put like a little bit, just a little thin on his ear. You can use the heat tool. Okay. Okay. Agnes says, I have no patience. That's how I am, Agnes. I'm like, I don't want to wait. I don't want to wait 3 hours. I want to see that crackle. I want to see that crackle goodness immediately. Okay, so I just put some on his ears. And then somebody said his tail. So let's see if we can put just a little bit on his tail. And see if we can get some crackle. Okay. And I don't know. I mean, I don't know if less is more, so I'm trying not to overdo it. So let's see. Okay, Lori says, I've done it both ways, and I'm impatient. I'm like, show it to me now. I may not have put enough on his tail, and that's okay. I think I could go back and just add more. Thank you, Kelly. We made on a live. So make sure you go back and look through the previous lives and you can catch that one. Yeah, me too. Me too, Lori. So because this is not translucent and this is just, it's opaque, I wonder, am I going to have to paint back over it? I have so many questions. I don't know if it's going to dry down white or what. Oh, she used this product last week. I know this is pretty popular, the crackle. Oh, it's starting to crackle. It dries clear. Okay, good. Because you can see right now it's still white, so we'll just keep looking. We'll probably add a little bit more to his tail. And I may not have put it on thick enough. Because I was just trying to go sparingly. Okay, so let's add. So you can see a little bit of crackle right there. I think maybe I need to add I need to maybe thicken it up a little bit. If you want to put it on like your okay, like you're icing a cake. Okay, so it needs to be thick then. It needs to be quite a bit thicker. I didn't have it near thick enough then. Okay. And let's put just a little bit more on his tail. Right here. Okay. Let me get a paper towel. Okay, let's try this one more time. Hey Barbara, no worries. We're doing some new techniques today. We did chippy using packing tape and candle wax, and now we're trying some of our distressed crackle paste on our little bunny, and we're just kind of playing with some different stuff today. And if you just hopped on, our bunny came from Hobby Lobby. Thanks, Sue. Hi, Susan from Virginia. Practice on a piece of cardboard. Yeah, that's good. And I mean, I've got so many of these little Dollar Tree pieces that this was a good practice. I'm going to make a sign or something out of this one. For sure. Okay, so yeah, that crackle is coming out a lot better on his little ears right here, if you guys can kind of see that. His little tail is not really crackling yet, but you bubble your, I've done that on accident, Lori. And then scrape it. That's a good idea. Because, yeah, I've gotten this heat gun too close to the paint and bubbled it up many times. But scraping it off that's a great idea. See, I've not seen the Chunky Rabbit, the egg, or I've not seen any of those at my Dollar Tree. So I just gave up and and I saw this one at Hobby Lobby. And I've used this bunny before. So I thought, I'm just going to get that bunny. I don't know what the deal is and why we don't have it at ours, but yeah, it looks really good. That's exactly what it looks like, old paint chipping and peeling. You've done that on accident too, Kathy. See, we knew what we were doing. We didn't mess up. We knew what we were doing. That's the exact look we were going for. Okay. So there's it. I mean, that's a nice little crackle on there. His little tail is not quite as much, but that's a nice little crackle on his ears. And it's fun to do now. Yeah. Thanks, Sue. So I'm like, hi, Connie. So I'm thinking this is going, because this is opaque, it's going to stay this white color. Am I correct in thinking that? So I need to add some more turquoise on top of it. Now you can get this in translucent, and I'm thinking maybe that's what dries clear. Good. Thank you, guys. Okay, I'm going to scrape this off. And I do have something, I've got something else to add to our bunny. So don't go away. We're almost done with them. Okay. Okay, that's what I was thinking, Agnes. I think I will just kind of lightly dry brush some of our turquoise back on top of it. Let's try that. I want to try to kind of get some of it off there so it's not not quite so thick, maybe. And his ears could be a little bit, we could keep a little bit of that white on there, but lightly. Okay. Yeah, you don't want to cover all that up. And once I get that paint on there, I'm wondering if I could maybe like use like that little emery board maybe to take some of that, to soften that color if I wanted to. So I'm thinking they only had the opaque at my store. So the translucent would definitely be in my opinion, a better choice. Okay, so you can still see some of that white. And I'm thinking about adding some wax to it too. Part crafters, part chemist, and part scientist. That's right, Lori. You are 100% right. Okay. Just add just a little bit more up here. Not too much. Now, what if, I know I already had this on the base, but what if we put some wax on it? We could use some of our Behr wax maybe. Thanks, Kathy. I mean, you know, we're just kind of using all the things. So let's just use wax too. And you can definitely feel that. You can feel the crackle. But I do like that. I like how that chippy turned out. Okay, I've got my soft little brush. I'm just kind of going to go over the ears just to darken it just a little bit. Okay, you can see a little bit of the wax on there. Go around those edges. Especially get those edges on there. I'm going to do a little bit more on the ears, I think. Okay. He's got a lot going on, but I kind of like him. He's got a lot of the chippy and the crackle on there. What do you guys think? You never use water around a crackle, okay? Okay, let's see. He's cute. Thanks, Kathy. Looks great. When you crackle and then put Rub and Buff over it, it shows a crackle. I bought Rub and Buff, but I don't know what I've done with it. But let me see if I have some up here. It's one of those things that I bought and then I don't know. Oh, here it is. So she said, use your Rub and Buff. Okay. So I do have some Rub and Buff. I think I'm using all the things today on one project. Now this is kind of a gold, but oh yeah, I see what you're saying. It makes it's really making that pop. Let's use just a little bit more. On that crackle. Yeah, so you can really see all that crackle popping out there. He's got it all going on. Hi, Patricia. Just feather dust it, not a lot. I'm a rebel. It's okay, Lori. I'm a rebel too. It's kind of just like a, hey, let's just mess around. Let's just see how it turns out. What's the worst that can happen, right? Okay. So he's looking pretty cute. I'm thinking, so you could tell me, I have my little material strips, you guys, and I've got, I have the red, kind of a creamy ivory, and then some turquoise, okay, material strips, and they're all coffee stained, okay, and I'm thinking We could tie it up and make a little bow for his neck. What do you think? Do you think he needs a bow? Does he need a bow? He needs something. I mean, he looks good, but he needs to be a little fancy, I think. He needs a little bit of something. Me too, Sue. I do too. Let's see. Okay, he needs a bow. Okay, so let's tie these little guys up. And I have something kind of sparkly that we could put in the center of the bow just to make him, like I said, he's kind of vintage, but he can still be fancy. You know, we're kind of going for a vintage look, but it's okay. So I'm just going to tie this up in the center. And I've really just fallen in love with these, with just tea staining or coffee staining everything, you guys. I just want to rip material strips and do that all the time. I don't know why it's so satisfying to me, but it really is. Okay. So our bow is going to be kind of big because we don't want to cover up our rabbit totally. So I'm going to trim this up. Let me get a better pair of scissors. We're going to trim this up and attach it to him and then give him a little bling in the middle. Maybe just tighten it up. I think it will. Let's see. And if you have fun creating what your piece is and you love it, then that's all that, in my opinion, that's all that matters. Just have fun. I always try to focus on that. You know, and everything doesn't have to be perfect, because I can get really caught up in that stuff sometimes, me personally. And so I'm not a perfectionist all the time, just about a few things. So, okay, so we're going to put, oh, that's going to be cute. We're going to put his little bow on there. Okay. Let's put him. I'm just going to put a dollop of hot glue. I don't want to cover his whole little face, but okay. A little dollop of hot glue on there. Show me guys a little bow. Now I had these, I think this came from Hobby Lobby in a package, maybe from the wedding section, I think. I buy a lot of stuff like that over there. And so I'm thinking we could put that right in the center. Okay. Let's try one, just a little bitty dot here. I just love you guys. I love that we all get on here and we can all learn together and learn from each other. You guys really help me a lot. Okay. Oh, that's cute. He's got just a little bit of bling to him. And I may still like distress around the edges more, but I think he turned out sweet. What do you guys think? This is kind of covering his face a little bit, but he's cute. Cute, cute, cute. So I don't know what we call him. He's chippy. He's crackled, distressed, stained, all the things with a little bit of bling. Bunny. He turned out really cute. Thanks, Michelle. Thanks, Sue. Thank you, Angie. You're so sweet. Aw, thanks, Dana. Thanks, guys. I still think maybe I feel like he needs some more red peeking out right here. So I'm going to I'm going to fix this. I don't know if I may go back, put more wax on there, like more wax, and then paint over it and do the tape again. But I want more red here like I have up here. But like I said, you can go back and fix that. So that's what I'm going to do to him. And then I will share a picture with you guys. Thanks, Debbie. That's right, Michelle. He's an eclectic bunny. Oh, thanks, Lori. Fluffy bunny tail. We could put something fluffy on here. He has got it all going on. He does all the things. Like an everything bagel. Yeah. Thanks, Kathy. Thank you, guys. Thanks so much. Don't forget to sprinkle if you enjoyed. And that's right. That's right. You craft for inspiration because it makes you feel good. This is therapy for me. I don't know about you guys, but it's therapy for me. Some people sitting down and doing this is nightmarish, right? It's just not their thing. But for me, and probably for you guys, because you're on here with me, this is therapy, and it's soothing, and we love it, and we enjoy it. And that's what it's all about. Thank you for sprinkling. Thanks, Kathy. Thanks, Michelle. Thank you, guys. Okay, I'm going to hop off here. I will see you Saturday morning in the group for the Simple Treasure Circle Girls. So be sure and join us. I'm kicking things off at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. So I hope to see you guys then. Have a great rest of your Thursday. Bye, guys.